This is the follow-up video from a couple of weeks ago where I promised I would give you kind of a forward-looking vision into the future for what's going on now that some chapters are ending for us here at Visionary and me personally. So I want to unpack 4 areas: Team Visionary, growing Visionary, Wealth Plan Partners relationship, and the work that we're doing in terms of doing good within our communities. So I'll touch on each one of these over the course of the next few minutes. Here at Team Visionary, we're simply going to have more resources because we're not doing as much spending on the charitable side as we have been, and because of the time and effort that Mark and I will both have in the office. We're also going to be looking to expand and add staff later this year. Here's what I need you to hear first and foremost. Whatever goes on, whatever changes happen here at Visionary as we move forward, as I ask my team members to engage with you more personally. You're gonna see Mark more. You're gonna hear from Wendy more personally as we build the team and get better at working as a team here at Visionary. Here's what I need you to hear. Visionary Wealth Management is my business. You are my client. I'm not giving that up. I won't give that up. There are a lot of financial advisors who at the stage of life that I am in their late 40s, early 50s, they start to hire junior advisors, or they want to basically build a big brand where they're becoming all things to all people, or they're trying to find those clients who have just a couple $100,000 and they're ready to retire tomorrow. And so basically it's the situation where they're trying to provide simple solutions for simple people with simple problems. I've never enjoyed that. I love the complexity of larger case work. I love the complexity of self-employed people, of managing larger portfolios for clients who have more complex problems, for situations where we've been able to add value outside the financial plan, outside the asset management, where we've been able to add value to you and your situation. That's what I get high on. That's what I really love, and nothing we change is going to change that. If anything, my goal is to build Visionary more efficiently and more effectively so that I can spend more time doing the highest impact things. I won't delegate my relationship with you and your relationship with this firm to a junior advisor. That's not going to happen. That's not the conversation we're having now or in the future. So I want you to hear that loud and clear. In terms of growing, we have a strategic problem here at Visionary. The reality is you, our clients, have moved everywhere. You're now in dozens of states, half a dozen countries. You're all over the place. And so while a few of you we met where you are, most of you we met in the Delaware Valley. And so we have a strategic problem, and that's how do we continue to attract profile clients? And so we're working on that. We're working with Dan Keever and Advantage Marketing to build the website, build online profiles, build online funnels and advertising and marketing, those kinds of things. I've also written a book that should be out this fall. So by sometime around October, my intention is to give you a 140 to 150 page business card that you can read and probably find a bit of your story between the pages. I don't name any names, but also have something that you can give to a friend or a family member. Because your financial planning team here at Visionary Wealth Management hasn't just spent 25 years working with with people in the pharmaceutical industry. I've actually written a book on solving the problems for financial planning for people in the pharmaceutical industry. That's the focus of the book. And there will be probably a couple more books to come, stemming from some of these concepts, some other things that we've been working on out of this organic process. So there's going to be some growth mode in Visionary, and there's going to be some stability and added muscle added here as we operate a bit more as a team here at Visionary. we're going to be expanding our relationship with Wealth Plan Partners. So as you know, I sit on the investment board with Wealth Plan Partners, so I contribute thought and ideas and work to the asset management and wealth management process at Wealth Plan Partners. And then we're having conversations about what the future looks like for Wealth Plan and what the future looks like for Visionary, and how those two things commingle over time. So I have access to the leadership, the ownership team at Wealth Plan. They're all on speed dial for me. We are intending to build Visionary into the premier practice for Wealth Plan Partners on the East Coast. So the goal there would be to have Visionary have visibility in the community, an online presence, those kinds of things, and then be able to use the growth of Visionary and the impact of Visionary in our community as an example to attract and draw other financial advisors, financial professionals to Wealth Plan Partners. I'm not looking to hire and train newbies. I don't want a bunch of 23, 24-year-old kids running around here. That's not what I'm looking to build. But Wealth Plan Partners has built a fantastic team and fantastic infrastructure for accomplished financial advisors to plug into. And we want to be able to carry some of that message and use the success of Visionary and the success of Wealth Plan Partners together and strengthen that relationship in the years to come. The last thing I'll mention here is that you heard me talk about kind of how much we've given to charity over the course of the last dozen years. We're going to continue doing that. Perhaps not at that level for a couple of years, but we're going to get back there, and my intention is to go do more than that. Here's the issue. We always get up in the morning. I always get up in the morning trying to figure out how to help you do well. Because when you do well, we do well. And when we do well, we get to do good. So we're going to be diversifying the work that we're doing, and I'm going to be communicating some of that work and some of that charitable work and effort with you, so that at least in spirit, you have the opportunity to join with us and know that we're not squandering our profits on this side. I want you to see some of the work that we get to do. So there are going to be some overlap with some of our clients. Here's two examples, and these are kind of around the world things, right? So first of all, my brother is a pastor in Michigan, and he has traveled a couple of times now to Uganda. Uganda, remember Idi Amin? Couple of generations of warfare where child soldiers were like murdering everyone. So literally in northern Uganda, the people who are alive in their teens and 20s right now are literally first generation recreating a society, because that society has been in such disruption. Well, there's a program over there that takes young men through a 4-month process of what it means to be a true man in his community, in his family, to be a father to children, to be a husband to a spouse, those kinds of things. So it's a 4-month process. The reason these guys sign up for that is because the next 4 months is training them in business, in building a business, in executing a business plan. And at the end of that 32-week process, they actually have a written business plan that they present and qualify for microloans. So some of the things that they've been doing, there's now chicken farms that are supporting entire villages. There are now pig farms that are supporting entire families. And so this is the kind of thing that we want to support. We have clients who are actually deeply involved in an organization in Kenya. And at that school, they actually take young Kenyan women, many of whom are single moms, and they train them and give them job skills and help them get through the government testing to qualify for licensing so that they can start their own businesses. So we're going to be reaching around the world to some of those things. Here at home, we're going to do we're going to be doing similar things. So think about things like alcohol and drug addiction. In our community, I have a friend of mine who is very involved with the Phillies. and his church helps operate an addiction facility. Do you know that he's not even allowed to talk about that facility to any Phillies player? Why, or anyone associated with Phillies organization? Why? Headline risk. So really, literally, very wealthy people who should be doing that kind of good in the community of Philadelphia don't want to be associated with it because we consider addicts to be criminals. And when they do bad things, we don't want to be associated with them. So we want to step in. We can't do everything. We can't solve all the world's problems, right? But we want to be good stewards of the opportunities we do have to help do good in our community and around the world. So those are just a few ideas. There will be a number of other ones. Hey, thanks so much for taking a few minutes with me here. The future is very, very bright. As you can tell, I'm not wasting my summer. There's a lot going on here at Visionary that I am really, really excited about, really juiced about. The future's so bright, I just about need shades, and so do you. So let's get through COVID, let's get through summer 2020, let's get through the election when some of this stuff will probably die down and some of the headline stuff that's going on will go away. And let's get on to the future. We're excited, and certainly if you have questions, you are never an inconvenience. I should always be on your speed dial, and I'm always here, we're always here with perspective for the decisions ahead. Have a great day.